McDonald's new CEO is on a Big Mac attack, taking aim at the company's culture, finances, and even its iconic food. Its new CEO announcing how the company, which has been struggling in recent years, will turn around its business. McDonald's will start by reorganizing international operations, increase the number of franchises to over 90%, cut spending, and improve the quality of its food. Joining us now by phone from Santa Barbara is Tom Pirko, president of Bev Mark, a food and beverage consulting firm. Tom, welcome back to Arise Xchange. Good to have you on, as always.
Another turnaround plan, once again.
Once again. Well, let me ask you something.
This reminds me of the that phrase at Wendy's, where's the beef?
Yeah, well, I'll ask you about this in a moment, Tom, but shouldn't their turnaround plan focus on improving the food?
Well, there's a fundamental problem here, and it comes right down to the business model. This is a quick-service restaurant, meaning that it is cheap and it's fast. You start improving the food, the first thing that happens is your costs begin to zoom. Your business becomes much more complicated, and people are standing in line or waiting for who knows how long in a drive-through window. So how do they do that? It's, again, you have to change almost your entire business model to compete with all the new fast casual dining operations that are stealing their business.
Yeah, and certainly in areas of the Northeast, for example, it's getting squeezed by sort of high-end burger places, Shake Shack, for example. So if it can't dramatically improve its food for the reasons you said, can it change its business model to work?
I think that's going to be really hard, and I think it's going to take a long time. We're not dealing with food here. We're dealing with very deep-set images of a business that really is of another time. I mean, people went to McDonald's and still go, but teens and adolescents and young adults are beginning to think about other things. They're not going there for the same reasons. There's very little excitement. We had to smile this morning when we heard them saying that they're now the progressive burger company, and we wondered, where the hell then do all the conservative Republicans go? The progressive company. They're probably
I don't think they're using progressive anyway, in that phrase, Tom.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but again, you can stretch out all kinds of concepts and brands and change locations, but that doesn't mean you're different. And they have to enter into something and seize upon the trends that are taking everyone somewhere else. I mean, this is still a business that's purveying sugar, fat, and salt in a very simplistic way at a very cheap price, and that's just not where people are right now.
Are people embarrassed to go to McDonald's? I mean, when I kind of go in there, I kind of try to get my food and go quickly. I don't want to be seen because it just feels like something so unhealthy to do, even though I am willing to have plenty of other unhealthy food.
Yeah, you were the guy with the paper bag over his head when I last drove by. Yeah. To be honest with
you,
I
anchor the show.
It's not that. It's that people they're not even jaded anymore. They're bored. They go there, and it just doesn't have the kind of value where at one time there was a little bit of excitement to it. Now, you can only stuff so many burgers and fries into people's faces. There's more to this business as their competitors are showing.
And I also want
to. They're getting better value. Cheap and fast is something that McDonald's can't seem to adapt to.
Tom, I want to ask you one final question. They want to increase the percentage that are owned by franchisees to over 90%. Is this saying we don't want to be in the operations business anymore? We want to be a marketing company?
It's economics. You kind of lay it off on them, but you're still basically in charge. And I apologize for the paper bag over your head. That was cruel. I'm sorry.
That's okay. A lot of people have said worse about me even today. Tom Pirko, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.